Okay, a little bit unprepared for this video, but I think that's the way it should be. And as my little iconic video thing that I do, I get a cigarette. It's not exactly an iconic thing, but you get the point. It's kind of something that you see me doing sometimes. Sort of brings something into a thinking type of perspective. And this low angle that I see a lot of people doing, I'm accused of doing the same thing also. But I don't really like it. So let's bring it up to a high angle. All the way up here. So it's a little something different. All the way up here. Not looking up at my nose. Looking down at me, and I have to look up at the camera. Alright. Sort of a problem that I see in Nigeria. They're trying to get, you all are trying to get your political situations straightened out. You all are trying to get a lot of things straightened out, as are a lot of our people in different places of the world. I think right now we're at a point now where we need to be focused on economic sustainability, self-sustainability, personal self-sustainability. I think the problem is, for a lot of us melanated people, I think the problem in Africa is this. You're asking, what's the solution? I've heard you ask, what's the solution in Nigeria? What is the solution? If it comes down to the point where Nigerians are asking, what is the solution? When you seem to have tried everything, what is the solution? The government is not listening, and the government's not providing solutions. Nigeria seems to be in the news right now. Partly a lot, I think, has to do with the soldiers wanted to fight in Ukraine. But that says something. And you have sparked the attention of a worldwide audience because of that. Not because the worldwide audience thinks that that's courageous. Yes, that's part of it. But also, I wouldn't say not because, but not only because, okay? Not only because the worldwide audience thinks that's courageous, also because the worldwide audience is thinking, wow, if there are Africans that are that brave to want to involve themselves in a fight that doesn't have anything to do with them, those people must be very strong. They must be very strong-minded. What is it about Nigeria that makes them so courageous to want to go involve themselves in another person's war? So they're looking at Nigeria now. Everyone is looking at Nigeria now, whether you're aware of it or not. And we're peering into what makes a Nigerian man so courageous to want to fight in another man's war that has nothing to do with them and that does not look like them. You can call it crazy, you can call it courageous, you can call it manly, which mostly, yes, it is manly. It's the most manly thing that a man could do, coming from a place like Nigeria, where people think, or once thought, that, they're so bogged down with so many conflicts, you're so bogged down with so many conflicts that you would never consider doing something like that. But it says something. It says something. And what I want to show you, and when the person says show you, you're expecting a lot of examples, but I'm going to try to put this into perspective. And like I said, I not quite prepared for this video. I just hit record. What I want to say to Nigerian people, and yes, I kind of left that hanging, but I'll try to tie it back in. What I want to say to Nigerian people is that I think the problem is when times get a little tough, you always have something. We always have something within us that are melanated, that we always find peace in ourselves. We always have that peace within ourselves, no matter how tough things are. We always find peace within ourselves. We always find peace within ourselves, no matter how tough things are. And we're the only ones on the planet that can understand that. We're the only ones on the planet that can understand that. We're the only ones on the planet that can understand this. Make it make sense. I'm telling that to myself. So, this may be part of the problem. Why do I say that? I say that because we're not the only ones on the planet. Do you understand? We're not the only ones on the planet. That's why it's a problem. We're so peaceful with ourselves, we find joy within ourselves, but we're not dealing only with ourselves on this planet. Does that make sense? We're not dealing with only just ourselves on this planet. So, because we can only find peace within ourselves, that's great. That's great. Where can I go from here with this? Solution. Looking for a solution. I'm trying to think of all the things to say, all the right things to say. This is what I initially wanted to say, so I'm just going to go from there. It is really difficult to come out with this because it's going to be really difficult. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time coming out with this. But here it goes. As long as you seek pleasure, as long as you are a pleasure seeker, as long as you are a pleasure seeker, you are never going to have the prosperity that you're looking for. As long as you're a pleasure seeker, you're never going to have the prosperity that you're looking for. As long as you are a pleasure seeker, you're never going to have the prosperity that you are looking for, Nigeria. That's the problem. You got to find a balance. When times get hard, singing and dancing is not going to solve it. When times get hard, singing and dancing is not going to solve your problems. Yes, temporarily, it makes things better. But Guys, this is coming from an African American. Yeah, I shouldn't be smoking, but goddamn. This is another thing, the cigarette. It's pleasure seeking. Yeah, I should lead by example. So put the cigarette out. There it goes. I put it out. So I don't be a hypocrite. We must learn a balance. We must learn a balance if we want to prosper. We must learn a balance if we want to prosper. We must learn a balance if we want to prosper. The world is watching. The world is watching. Even when you think they're not, they're watching. They're watching. Even if your views are low, they're still watching. They're watching. Don't depend on that little counter to think that only this number of people are watching. They're watching. They're watching. What more can I add? Focus on image. Focus on your image. Because I think when you don't know that you are looked at as a leader, you could be praised by someone that is opposite of you and not even know it. You don't even know that you're being praised by someone that's opposite of you or doesn't look like you. They'll never admit it. They'll never admit it. And there's a lot of things I'm thinking to say right now and just trying to pick the right thing to say. Because I know this is going to be viewed by a lot of people. Even if the views don't show us a lot, it's still going to be viewed by the right people. Trust and believe, by the right people. And from there, it will make a difference. So, coming from an African American, I'm talking to the people in Nigeria and I'm talking to the people worldwide. Mainly us melanated people. Seeking pleasure, just seeking just to be happy is not the full solution. You have to work on yourself. Some of the things you've already heard before: self-sustainability, doing better, being better, building, of course, keeping it real. And that's coming from American perspective. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. And do better. Do better. So what I would like to see is this. Everyone that lives in Africa, realize that you're sitting on a gold mine and that you should be doing everything possible to make everyone that lives in Africa prosperous. Notice I didn't use the word rich. I said prosperous. I think the idea of rich is an American perspective, because to say rich would be wealthy above all else, all over everyone. I think that's what the word rich means. So you want to be prosperous and wealthy. And rich as a nation. Rich as a nation. And for everyone else that's melanated, be on the same page. Be on the same page. Because the world, the planet depends on us to keep it alive. The planet depends on us to keep it alive. That's all I got to say. Coming on 17 minutes with this video. It might take a while to upload. Thanks for watching. James Gray as Ryder. What's up? What's up?